Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. So Palantir continues its run up into the stratosphere. It's right now. We're getting into close, and it's already at 187 some change. And there's a lot of good news today on the ChatGPT. They're launching the new version. It's version 5, and so that had a lot of. It seems like that's pushing Palantir up in a lot of the AI stocks. I know Big Bear was one of them and a few others, but I think that has to do with a lot of it. And then there's just it's Palantir is basically it seems like it's just riding up on momentum since those great earnings results this Monday, and it's continuing to run up higher. And there's some negative news out there, but it's not really. I think that a lot of the haters out there that are just jumping onto Palantir. There's a couple articles out there that they're continue to say that it's overvalued, and I'd seen some cases where the PE they were saying it's like 600, and I've seen other where it's like 250, 260, but they're still complaining about the PE, how it compares to the S&P 500, and like Palantir shouldn't be trading this high, and it is. And so it seems like at past earnings, it seems like the PE's dropped from what I've hearing. I thought it was at 600. Now that's 260 around PE, and the S&P is like at 26 PE. So I think it's continue to drop as we get better earnings, and it's just gonna continue to ride up on momentum. But that being said, it's right now it's kind of I'm still doing my DCA. I did buy some lump sums this week, just kind of add more shares instead of doing these partial buys into whole shares. Kind of trying to get to a point where I think it's enough, I'm just gonna keep DCAing. But as of right now, if you look at the chart, it is kind of toppy right now, kind of a little bit overextended, so just be careful with that. But as far as if you're like for me, this is just my opinion here, not advice or anything like that. I'm just continuing my DCA, not even worrying about it. But I'm just gonna be careful with lump summing, buying into these highs here. It's really the highs have just been. We keep hitting new highs intraday. I mean, every day new highs. So you just gotta watch out that you're not buying at the top, temporary top, because I think eventually it's gonna push, keep wanting to hit that 200 mark there, $200 a share, and then who knows? It's maybe we'll wait for next earnings. I think it's just gonna keep running on momentum, but the only wild card kind of is like the economy with the jobs and everything like that, the labor market. Something that happens that triggers all tech to sell off. Hopefully, it doesn't happen. But the Dow and S&P, they're all hitting highs, so you just got to be careful what you're buying right now. In my opinion, there. Just but like with my DCA, I'm just DCAing and not really worrying about it because I have a low average in a couple of them. But yeah, that's my plan. I don't let my emotions get to me because I like to spread it out in different accounts. So it's almost harder to keep up with multiple accounts. Kind of drives me crazy there, but you have to kind of do the calculations in your head or break out the calculator to see where you're really at. And Excel is a good one to keep track of everything. But yeah, I did see some recent news on Palantir. A lot of these analysts are raising their price targets from a lot of them. They're upping it to like 190. A few of them out there, and there's a lot of mixed sentiment. They said, but yeah, just they're raising. That's a good thing that they're keep raising their price target from like 160, 190. I saw one today. But I'm not really, I try not to focus on it too much. Now I'm going to talk about other stocks out there. Like, I think Palantir and Nvidia are really the ones that I'm really into right now, that I'm trying to build up accounts on. But yeah, let's see what happens the next week or so. But I think it's just kind of like the beginning here, but it's a little toppy where things are right now. But we'll see. But let's see where it closes. We got like 15 minutes before the close. And I just want to make a quick video here on Palantir, where what I think it's at, and kind of right now I think it's kind of toppy. Long term, I mean, just since this week it ran up so much, you just gotta be careful. There's so many green candles that just, yeah, how much the more it can run even next week or the next couple weeks. But if you're DCAing like I am, it really doesn't matter that much. So we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, thanks for watching. Just want to make a quick video. It's kind of a little hectic day today. Hope everybody's doing good. And just my take here on Palantir, my 2 cents here. We're all, this Palantir, I think a lot of us out here, we're trying to get to that financial freedom rainbow at the end of the road here, trying to, and I think Palantir can really take us there, kind of like the same way Tesla did for a lot of people. So I think it's still in the beginning stages. It's running a lot slower than like what Tesla did back in the day, in 2015 and all that, and then Tesla kind of went parabolic. But I think Palantir is just making the slow run, but now it's really taking off. But like, if you've been around in the years that when it was only trading 8 to 20 for the longest time, and even the beginning of this January, it was only in the 20s. So it's only this year that it really started taking off. So I think this is really like how Tesla was 2014-15, and kind of where it started to break out of those low initial public offering range, and then take off, be a lot more creditable. They're hitting their earnings number, kind of how like Tesla was. So it's the beginning. So don't get shaken out right now if it does end up dropping or anything like that. I think it's just the long term is going to be golden. And yeah, count my words on that. And then, because the AI is not going to go away, ChatGPT is just getting better, and other ones out there just getting better. And so I think Palantir is going to keep hitting those numbers, keep exceeding expectations. And then eventually you're going to have that, like that Tesla and the Nvidia moment, where it does really, instead of 1,000, you're doing a lot better than thousands. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens Monday and the coming weeks. So kind of, if you're thinking about Palantir, it's a good weekend to research some things on Palantir, what it does. But right now it is kind of toppy. Even the last 2 weeks, it's almost even, I mean, July through August right now, it's up like $40 or $50 almost. So kind of rich for my blood right now. So you got to think something's going to happen where it stops running up like this and then takes a breather. So that's why I didn't buy a ton lump sum in. I only bought a few kind of shares just even things out and then keep my DCAs going. But yeah, let's just all be careful out there with Palantir. And yeah, go watch those earning calls if you missed it Monday. But yeah, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you for watching. I'm not a financial advisor here, just my opinion. And yeah, let's see what happens with Palantir next week. And I think good things are to come. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.